fueron de 43.
Sí, te vamos a seguir jugando de 43, pero ese partido es amistoso, ¿no?
Ah, órale. Ah, bueno. Ah, pues.
Humankind cannot gain anything without first giving anything in return. To obtain something of equal value must be lost. That is alchemy's first law of equivalent exchange. In those days...
What are you doing?
Nothing.
No, like, you're reading something.
Reciting the law of equivalent exchange?
What? We're not talking about that anime.
I know.
We're talking about the other one that I know.
Okay.
Oh, welcome to the GP podcast. He's Duke and I'm Mayhem. And we're talking about...
I'm sad, Duke.
And this is more of a continuation of our bit of anime talk. Last time we talked about Dragon Ball Z. Now we're talking about My Hero Academia.
Now, for me to be honest, now we're talking about my favorite anime. We're talking My Hero Academia.
Like what we were saying before, like Dragon Ball Z was more of a trendsetter of all the other animes.
And this took all the trends.
Yeah, My Hero Academia.
And said, mine, bitch.
And the way that I was introduced to this anime
was me.
Yeah, it was straight from Duke himself.
Yeah, it was me all along.
You thought it was
So,
Dragon Ball Z, but
let me tell you how I got introduced, my friend.
Yes.
The way that I was introduced to My Hero Academia was actually while dog sitting for my brother. I was dog sitting for him, and while he was out, I decided to start binge watching My Hero Academia. And I binge watched the entire series up to season 3.
Yep, you do that.
Yep. And I was so in love with it, I could not believe that I hadn't watched it earlier or even read it earlier. Oh, speaking of reading, I'm now caught up with the manga.
Yeah, yeah. You switched over to manga reading.
Mm-hmm.
That's how of an intense love that he has for this show.
I sit there and wait, going, okay, so the next chapter's coming out March 14th. Okay, got it. Okay, next chapter's coming out. Got it. Okay. And I watched the days.
And then I saw it, and I enjoy it. I really enjoy it.
It's one of my favorites. Like, I fucking love this show. So, my general thoughts on it is that it's one of the best anime that I've ever seen.
Elaboration.
There you go. I have to elaborate? Okay, got it. So, let's talk about the fact that these characters are fucking amazing. This is a type of show where you look at the main cast and you go, okay, who's the main character?
We don't know.
No, you know who the main character is.
But no,
because
from
you watch
just seeing it.
But if you just look at an image, if you'd never seen this show, and you look at an image of the entire cast, you would think, who the fuck is the main character?
And that's the thing, is like, any of them could have been the main character.
No, you go based on descriptions of a character to be like, I know this character, that's the guy with electro powers, that's the guy with, that's the girl with the pink skin. You go based on that. I know their names.
I know some of the names. I don't, like,
which one's Aoyama?
Is Earphone Jack?
No.
Fuck.
Earphone Jack is, her name is, Jiro.
No, fuck. I said some, not all.
Which one's Aoyama?
Is that pink girl?
Laser beam.
Laser beam?
Belly.
That's
laser.
A guy.
Naval laser, yeah.
Naval laser, yes.
Let me ask you, what is your favorite story arc so far?
I really enjoyed the tournament arc. I really liked it.
Yeah, the school the school tournament.
Yeah, because the ending fight, quote unquote, is because
Todoroki versus Deku.
Yes, because it's one, really well animated, and two, it's not just about
some fucking amazing animation.
Yeah. It's not about either one winning. It's not just straight up winning. It's Deku allowing Todoroki to know, yeah, just because you inherited your power from your asshole of a dad doesn't mean that your power is him. No, your power is yours.
Then he gets the memory flashing back into his head of watching the interview with All Might saying, just because that we're descended from, just because you get this power from your family doesn't mean you have to be your family.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my god!
Like, there are so many of those good moments from that. And then there was that concert one.
Real quick, do you ever think that maybe Todoroki gets a little teary-eyed whenever he hears the idiom pot calling the kettle black?
I think so.
No, I'm saying because of the kettle.
Oh, you are motherfucker.
I'm a fucking monster.
You motherfucker.
But so you're saying the school festival arc is also good?
Yeah, because
I fucking love that one. I cried so hard in that one.
Because it's also, like, what it has in it, the villain, Gentle Criminal. Like, he's not...
Gentle Criminal is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
That was an awesome villain character.
The
villains in the show are amazing.
Like, his arc was really good. For, like, someone that was so... Like, that isn't in there anymore. He had an
awesome backstory of basically being like, I want to be a hero, and them saying, hey, sorry, your grades aren't good enough.
Yeah.
And then just being forgotten by all his classmates.
Yep.
It's like, man, holy shit. And then there's a whole incident that occurred later on of he tried using his power to save somebody, but it just ended up hurting the person and a hero in the process.
Yeah.
And then his mother throwing him out of the house, kind of literally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the concert itself was just amazing.
Did you know that apparently the manga I was looking at the manga previously to see what it was like in there, and of course they don't have the song because of course they wouldn't.
Yeah, because it's
so instead it's kind of like you just look at this epic performance. The anime in that case did better because they had the song available.
Yeah, they were able to use that medium.
In that case, with the manga, it was essentially just a dance that you saw happening, and that was about it because you didn't have the song.
Yeah.
So it had that problem. But in the anime, then you have, well, we're going to get the voice actress of Jiro to sing this.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, okay.
I think that's why it's so good to see, like, faithful adaptations from books into real things.
Our reaction was basically Kirishima and Mineta when they first heard Jiro singing. I fucking love Kirishima's face in that scene as well, because he's not even upset or anything. He's just like, this massive smile, showing his toothy grin.
Yeah. But that's where the faithful adaptations really triumph, because they had the good story from the manga, and they were able to translate it over well, and then add this in that just made it so much better. And that's why with like book adaptations, like people want it to be like how the book is, with like some things taken for granted, like some creative liberties taken.
I admit one of the things that disappoints me honestly on occasion with My Hero Academia is the way that they have on occasion the first episode of each season is a filler episode.
It's a filler, yeah. And I'm just like, oh, come on!
In all honesty, I can see why it's like, okay, we need to give a recap to the people who haven't been here for a long time. Of literally a year.
But it shouldn't be considered the first episode.
Yeah. It's a bit of a mixed bag. There is also the one and only filler episode in almost the entire show. And it was the episode that happened to take place on, it was like Love Day or something in Japan. And it was a whole thing of like, here's a murder mystery about love.
It was just this weird
like, the
mystery.
fuck is happening?
It made no sense.
It made no fucking sense, but it also had some very fucking funny moments. Of just Deku being like, I immediately know the case because of hearing two statements.
Yeah, I got the end result right now. And they're like, no!
And then there's fucking all the background characters, like Todoroki just being like, I'm here. That did make me laugh to be like, okay, what's Todoroki doing this episode? Nothing? Okay.
Now I must...
Oh, no, here's what he did that episode. He got dragged by All Might. That was it.
Oh my god. But then, now, I'm gonna just go full straight in. Duke, who's your favorite character?
Okay. So, I have options. So
hero character.
So I have options. I'm gonna limit myself to 3.
Limit yourself.
You know what? I'll limit myself to 3 students.
There you go.
I have to go massive with this because
This was a branching path.
my 3 favorite students are Bakugo, her name is Yaoyorozu, and also Lemillion. I love those 3 characters. Lemillion, I love him. I'll get into my rant in a second. Don't worry.
It's on its way.
It's coming. Yaoyorozu is a perfect, just adorable being that no one is allowed to touch. If anybody hurts her in the manga, which I've seen it, don't worry.
Oh no.
I know who to kill. I'll fucking kill them. I've seen several images of her crying, and I just am like, Yaoyorozu, no! Bakugo, he's just, in all honesty, a better Vegeta. I'm gonna piss off so many people saying that.
I think
he's a better Vegeta.
I think it's because they allowed him to be more expressive. I think that's why.
They gave him a lot more to his personality, in all honesty.
Yeah.
In all honesty, with Vegeta, it was, okay, I'm a bad guy, I'm gonna kill you guys. I'm getting less bad. Okay, now I'm okay.
Yeah, it was like
that's basically what it was for him.
We
it wasn't until the end of the Boo saga that he was a good guy.
Yeah, we fill in the blanks with how we think about Vegeta because we've had so much, like that he was in, and then now in Super with how how he's just the secondary main character now.
Bakugo was never a villain. He was always an antagonist, though.
He was definitely an antagonist.
Like, from the start, he was an antagonist becoming a rival.
Yeah.
Because the thing was, consider how he grew up, in all honesty, because he was told, your quirk is awesome, you're always awesome. Dude, you're nonstop cool.
Yeah, he
how
was
would that
always
inflate a little kid's ego?
It would absolutely do that.
And then you have the incident that occurs of he falls, and who's the only person to offer a hand? Deku. Who, in that moment, he didn't view it as, oh, he's offering me help. He views it as, you're looking down on me.
Yeah.
Somebody without a quirk is looking down on me. That's what he viewed it as. And so it's awesome to see this rivalry naturally build. And then you have in middle school who, anybody who says he deserves to be punished for the statement of, why don't you go jump off the building? He was a fucking middle schooler. Tell me you didn't say that shit in middle school.
They've said, middle schoolers have said worse.
I've said worse. I'll confirm that now. I said way worse. Middle school, high school, both. Those are those cloudy areas where you have no idea what the fuck you've said.
Yeah, where there's literally no...
We hate Mineta because we see ourselves in him. That's an honest statement, and all, like, honestly. Dude, I saw so many worse people.
Yeah.
Like, when it came to Mineta, I don't like him because he's a one-note character in all honesty, but I saw way worse characters.
Yeah.
Well, sorry, not characters, people.
It's kind of the opposite feeling with him being the worst character, surrounded by really good characters compared to some shows where they...
That's why people don't like him, in all honesty. Not because it's just like, well, he's a pervert. That's why I don't like him. No, the reason why people don't like him is because of the fact that he's this one-note character in a show filled with many note characters.
Yeah, he's surrounded by people with so many different personalities.
Why would you like Mineta when you have Bakugo, Yaoyorozu, Deku, Uraraka, Ida, all to compare to?
Just everybody like that. It's just...
Why would you like him when you have Lemillion?
Yeah, when you have literally anybody else. No, compared to some shows where it's like everybody agrees that this character is the best.
Yeah. Mind you, there will be plenty of spoilers for the anime. I promise you, we're not going into the manga because he hasn't read it.
Yeah, because
Mayhem has not read the manga, so I'm not going to spoil it and be an asshole. But... yeah, the best thing I've heard is honestly the fact that there are a lot of people who started to drop off when they saw that Lemillion lost his quirk.
Oh.
And it's like, dude, you're missing out on a lot, but I also understand why you left.
Yeah.
Because it's like, are you fucking kidding me? He lost his quirk?
This amazing character with this great power and everything.
My quick rant. Did you know the fact that...
That wasn't the rant!
No. My rant is about main characters.
Okay.
Did you know that the whole point of Deku looking the way he is because Horikoshi wanted a simple-looking protagonist? He wanted somebody as simple as possible. Like he went through all these different phases of like, okay, well, what if I put some hair over one part of his of like one eye, and he got pissed at that look and said, "Fucking pull your hair up," and so decided not to use that one, and so he came up with Deku, who was simple protagonist, completely simple. And Lemillion was a take on the classic shonen protagonist. That's the whole point of Lemillion. And so the whole point of Lemillion was supposed to be like, this is the ideal protagonist. To the point that he was supposed to have all for or one for all.
Yeah. But that is one of my favorite tropes for main characters is the messy hair. Just that they always have messy, uncontrollable hair.
Lemillion was the Goku. He was the Naruto. When you look at him, he was those characters. He was. I know it's a silly thing to say, but he was.
Yeah, he was somebody that absolutely could have been the main character, but they decided, maybe we shouldn't.
Yeah, but
say it again.
But that's the reason why this is my biggest problem I have with a lot of the community of people saying, "Well, why couldn't Lemillion be the protagonist? He was so much better." That was the point.
Yeah.
Lemillion was meant to be this like, here's what you could have had. Here's what I gave you. And trust me, there's so much fucking cool stuff that we get to see later on with Deku. I mean, just look at the fucking trailer. The latest trailer to pop out. I mean, the first episode's probably out for you guys at this point. We haven't seen it, but it's probably out for you guys specifically. Holy shit! I cannot wait for this season.
And that's what I just...
Woo!
It's just a surface level thing that, like, you can't see this surface level, like, the reason why this person isn't the main character or the better character and all that kind of stuff. Like, they are probably the better character, but here's, like, these little tiny reasons why, and here's this other character that is more better suit to be the main character.
Yeah. Here, I'll give you my last, like, 3 main favorite characters. It'll be a hero, a villain, and then probably another villain. So, favorite hero, I'd have to probably go with All Might, in all honesty, because he's just that beacon of hope.
There's a reason why he's the number one.
He's the number one. He is the beacon of hope. He's just this. He's such a nice guy. He's just such a good hero that it's like, man, you feel bad knowing that he's not the hero anymore.
Yeah.
And it's honestly, my favorite hero is starting to become. At this point, honestly, my favorite hero is actually starting to become probably like a mix of like Endeavor. Yeah, just Endeavor in all honesty. Because it's so interesting because he started out an asshole. He still is kind of an asshole. But you see the fact that he's starting to understand the mistakes he made.
He's realizing he's an asshole.
Yeah. He's starting to realize, I was a bad person. Like, I'll say this for the manga. They actually bring up the fact that, like, the mother was no better, in all honesty, due to what she did.
Yeah.
I understand for most people it's like, well, she went through a lot of trauma. She still burned her kid's face.
Yeah, that's still not a good thing to do.
I see my husband in his face, so I'm gonna burn it.
I'm gonna burn it. And it's
By the way, do you know the reason why he actually burned? It was not due to the hot water. So, the actual reason why he burned was not because of the hot water, and actually, because here's the thing, his power is meant to be able to absorb heat.
Yeah.
The reason he burned is because of the fact that once she poured that, she felt so guilty that she tried healing him from burns that she thought he had with ice.
Yeah.
Because she had an ice quirk, right?
Yeah.
So what happens when you put cold water on boiling water?
And not the fun
from
time.
The skin.
Yeah, not the good time.
It causes scarring.
Yeah.
It actually burns the skin, yeah. And that's what she did. That's the reason why he was like that.
Oh, shit.
But, yeah, so there you go for one of my favorite heroes. Favorite villains, I would have to go...
2 villains, yeah, 2 villains.
I had to go with 2, sadly.
Sadly.
So, I'll say favorite villain, based on how good they are, is Twice.
Oh.
Because Twice is fucking stellar, and I cannot wait for this next season, because he has some amazing moments. But other than him, I'd have to say it's a bit of a mix of Dabi and Shigaraki, which Dabi I can't get into because that has to do with his entire backstory, which is fucking stellar. Please don't spoil it for my friend here in the comments. Here, you know what? Don't read the comments in this episode.
Okay.
Even 100 years down the line, don't read them.
Don't. Even when I know what happens, just still don't.
Still don't. There's, dude, like each of these characters, it's like, here's this cool thing about them. Haven't gotten to that yet. Here's this cool thing about them. Haven't gotten to that yet. Here's this cool thing about them. Haven't gotten it to yet. Shigaraki is fucking awesome because he's the only villain I've ever seen where it's like, yeah, you do know that I get to level up at the same time as you, right?
You do
like
realize
it's not the
that.
kind of thing. It's not the kind of thing of like you level up solely and I stay at my level.
Like they only level
I
up during.
grow.
Yeah.
I'm not a fucking mid-level boss in a video game.
Yeah. He's
I'm
not,
a final boss
and he's
that
not-
grows with you.
He's not like Frieza that only changes during
That's
the
the thing.
fights.
That's the thing. He's not a boss at all. He's a player.
Ooh.
That's what he is.
He's the player that shows up to mess up your playthrough.
I cannot wait for this I cannot wait for the second half of this season because it's just going to be all about the villains and it's going to be fucking amazing.
Yeah. And that's just the thing that like people need to realize that My Hero Academia cannot be taken at service level.
If I had to choose a villain that we haven't seen yet, that is another one of my favorites, I'd have to say Gigantomachia.
What? Oh, is it the guy that's looking for it? But where's my master?
Yes. You'll see him later.
Oh no.
Oh, and you're gonna fucking love it. No, you especially are gonna fucking love when Gigantomachia is introduced. Because it's amazing.
Oh, I can't wait.
Think super strength, but mixed with, like, just mountain.
Ooh, I do like that.
Yeah, when I say that, I mean it literally. He is a mountain man with super strength. It's incredible. It's the kind of thing of, this guy is just flat out a weapon.
Oh, I like that. Oh, I like that.
Yeah, I fucking love Gigantomachia.
So, thank you, everybody.
Oh, like, you need your favorite character.
Oh, it's Bakugo is my favorite hero. My favorite villain is Twice.
Yeah. Oh, that makes sense, yeah.
Because with Bakugo, because he's actually set up, like, his antagonistic nature is actually set up really well.
A perfect rival.
Yeah, perfect rival. That's what he is. And Twice, because his backstory is so intense and well detailed.
Well, I mean, dude, he fucking has this whole backstory of he doesn't know if he's the real Twice.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that he made all these clones, they tied him up, and then they killed each other.
Yeah, it's like he's just someone that makes sense that he's in this situation and he's trying to get through it as best as he can.
I cannot wait to see this next season when they fucking all level up, basically.
Yeah.
But, oh, so what's my favorite arc of the story, you might ask? Don't worry. It's
not
the Paranormal Liberation War arc.
Oh my god, that's what it's called?
Yes.
Oh god.
We'll get to there in 2022.
Jeez! Why does it feel so far away, but it's actually very close?
That's what we said in 2020.
Yeah.
Where it's like, fuck, it's already March!
Oh. Oh.
But, yeah, I cannot wait for the future of My Hero Academia. And don't worry, guys, I'm already caught up with My Hero Academia right now, and oh my god, I know your pain. I know your pain.
He is the pain.
Pain, all I know is pain.
But these were the two biggest animes that we thought that we should talk about.
We just wanted to get off our chest our favorites.
Yeah.
Like, these two, Dragon Ball is the one that built us up, and My Hero Academia is the one that's continuing to inspire us.
Yeah.
I fucking love it.
The fact that you can take inspiration from things. You don't have to make it exactly, but it could very much take inspiration from things. Like certain tropes, character types, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, this is how you change it and make it good. This is how you do it.
Yeah. I fucking love this show. So anyway,
thank you so much for listening, watching, whatever it is that we do right now. But
yeah.
We are Green Villains signing off.
Yeah. Mayhem, let's get the fuck out of here and go play the My Hero Academia fighting game.
Ah!
Yes.